Please rise for the processional. standing, Dr. Christopher B. Roberts, President of Auburn University.
War Eagle. Today we celebrate Auburn University's Fall 2024 graduates from the College of Agriculture, the College of Architecture, Design, and Construction, the College of Education, the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering, the College of Forestry, Wildlife, and Environment, the College of Nursing, and the College of Sciences and Mathematics. We'll begin our ceremony with the presentation of the colors. Gentlemen, please remove your headdress and everyone remain standing for the singing of the national anthem. March on, the colors. Hope Brown, Samuel Gant, Elena Keller, and Gavin Lyle, all seniors who are graduating tonight with degrees in music education, will lead us in singing our national anthem. Thank you, Hope, Samuel, Elena, and Gavin. Retire the colors. Please be seated. Commencement is the most distinguished and important ceremony that we hold at Auburn University. Before we begin our program, I'd like to introduce some members of our platform party. As I call your name, please stand. Mr. Michael Demaribus, representing the Auburn University Board of Trustees. Dr. Vinnie Nathan, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, and Mr. Gerald Pouncey Jr., a 1982 chemical engineering graduate, Chairman of Morris, Manning, and Martin, and today's commencement speaker. Dr. Brian Rush, Associate Vice President for Student Affairs, and Mr. Jeff Moore, President of the Auburn Alumni Association. Dr. Stephen Taylor, Senior Vice President for Research and Economic Development, and Mr. John Wagner, Secretary to the Board of Trustees. Mr. Charles E. Gavin III, a 1959 Auburn alumnus and an honorary degree recipient, and Dr. Paul Patterson, Dean of the College of Agriculture. Dr. Dawn Finley, Dean of the College of Architecture, Design, and Construction, and Dr. Jeff Fairbrother, Dean of the College of Education, Dr. Mario Eden, Dean of the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering, and Dr. Janaki Alavalapati, Dean of the College of Forestry, Wildlife, and Environment, and Dr. Greg Neuschwander, Dean of the College of Nursing, and Dr. Ed Thomas, Dean of the College of Sciences and Mathematics, and Dr. George Flowers, Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Shali Zhang, Dean of the Auburn University Libraries, and Dr. Maria Awad, the Charles E. Gavin III Distinguished Professor and Associate Dean for Graduate Studies and Faculty Development in the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering. Dr. Bruce Tatterchuck, the Charles E. Gavin III Chair and Director of the Microfibrous Materials Manufacturing Center in the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering. And Dr. Lori Eckhart, Chair of the University Senate and Professor in the College of Forestry, Wildlife, and Environment. Lieutenant Colonel Michael Quinn, Commanding Officer, Air Force, ROTC. Captain Michael Witherspoon, Commanding Officer, Naval, ROTC. And Lieutenant Colonel Richard Pugh, Executive Officer, Army, ROTC. Dr. Xinyu Zhang, Alumni Professor in the Department of Chemical Engineering in the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering, and our mace bearer this evening. Dr. Jefferson Jones, Associate Professor in the School of Accountancy in the Harbert College of Business, and he's serving as our graduation marshal. And Mr. Jason Harbison, Assistant Director in the Office of Trademark and Licensing, and today's announcer. And Mr. Stephen Geis, Interpreter for the Deaf in our Office of Accessibility. Our faculty and administrators are at the very heart of our university, and together they've worked tirelessly to prepare our graduates for this moment. Let's have a round of applause for these university leaders. And now, for the reason that we're here. Would our candidates for graduation please stand and be recognized? That's all of you. Now, before I make my formal comments here, I want to tell you all that I know you've all worked very hard to be here at this point and to be here at this ceremony. In fact, a couple of you, Janai Broom and Cheney Johnson, decided that they would beat some boys from Ohio, some school in Ohio earlier today. And they still had time to make it to graduation. We're really glad to have them here today. You all of you, stand together, united by your hard work, your determination, and your commitment to excellence. So graduates, I have one last assignment for you. I want you to take a second and think about the people who've supported you throughout your graduate journey. The parents, grandparents, spouses, siblings, and friends that all helped you along the way. And now, I'd like to take a moment to give a big shout out to everybody that supported you. All right, please be seated. This day is monumental. It's a milestone etched in the chronicles of your lives and our beloved university. And the opportunity to gather together and honor your achievements is a privilege we hold dear and one that we never take for granted. Since Auburn's inception in 1856, over 329,000 students have earned their degrees from our esteemed institution. And today, we add precisely 1,852 more to that distinguished group. These are not mere numbers, however. Instead, they represent the profound impact that Auburn graduates have across our state, our nation, and our world. As torchbearers of the Auburn Creed, I'm confident that you will continue to shape the lives of others with your actions and your values. As you graduate today with your bachelor's degree, you now become Auburn's most important ambassadors. Your degree is not simply a piece of paper. It's a symbol of your responsibility to use your skills and talents to better society. And my advice to you is simple. Live a life driven by the values you all share. Values such as hard work, a commitment to education, the human touch, obedience to law, and honesty and truthfulness. These values are steadfast, instilled in you throughout your time here, and will help you to become the person that you aspire to be. As you go forward, know that Auburn will remain a constant source of pride and humility throughout your life's journey, one that I'm confident will be defined by impact, service, and the pursuit of excellence. Our speaker today truly embodies these values. A proud 1982 graduate in chemical engineering here at Auburn, Mr. Gerald Pouncey is the chairman of Morris, Manning, and Martin, where he has established a profound career as a strategic leader in environmental law and infrastructure practices. Overseeing the environmental infrastructure and land use practice at one of Atlanta's top law firms, Gerald's remarkable contributions to sustainable development have enabled him to play a key role in improving communities both in the U.S. and internationally. And with a focus on the acquisition, disposition, and redevelopment of urban areas that have a significant environmental impact, including state and federal Superfund sites, Gerald exemplifies how an Auburn education empowers our graduates to work wisely and trains their minds and hands to work skillfully. One of the most notable projects that he's led is the $2 billion Atlantic Station redevelopment in Midtown Atlanta, which was recognized by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency as the nation's best brownfield redevelopment. His impact is far-reaching, as he's also been instrumental in advancing legislative efforts to advocate for greater environmental stewardship through his work on the commission reviewing Georgia's Hazardous Waste Trust Fund and as the principal author of Georgia's brownfield legislation. His leadership also extends to numerous organizations, including the Council for Quality Growth, the Georgia Brownfield Association, the Georgia Conservancy, and the Georgia Chamber of Commerce. Gerald's dedication to environmental law and his commitment to fostering sustainable development ensures that he is doing what every Auburn graduate does, leaving the world better than he found it. We're honored to have him share his wisdom with our newest graduates. Please join me in welcoming Gerald Pouncey to deliver your commencement address. Gerald.
Thank you, President Roberts, for those kind words, and I would like to take a moment of personal privilege. I've had the chance to speak at two of these ceremonies already today, and each of them was special, but tonight is just a little bit more special for two reasons. One, the College of Engineering has graduates here tonight, and that is very special to my heart, and I see familiar faces both in front of me and behind me on this podium. And two is the fact that my wife and my youngest daughter are attending, and that my dear friend Charles Gavin will be honored tonight. Those two make this a particularly special event for me. Now, to you graduates. Over the course of my career, I've had the privilege to meet with many of the prominent business leaders across this country. And when I have an opportunity, I ask them what qualities lead to successful careers and career satisfaction. And ironically, almost all of them consistently identify one or two or more of four traits. Number one, never stop learning. Number two, be honest and accountable. Number three, do not fear failure. Persevere through that failure to success. And number four, success requires hard work and commitment. Remarkably, each of these traits is spelled out in a one-page document written over 80 years ago. It's circling around you here in blue. It has fundamentally influenced my life, and I'm often told by other Auburn alumni how it's been transformational in their life. It's a timeless document and is as applicable today as it was when it was written. The Auburn Creed, the document of which I speak, was written by George Peachtree, Auburn's first football coach. He wrote it almost a year or more after he retired, following 50 years of service to Auburn, both as football coach, as professor, and as administrator. The Auburn Creed is the embodiment of all that Auburn represents, and each of you who graduate today will receive a copy of that creed. And for those of you who are observing your loved one's graduation, a copy of the Auburn Creed is printed on the back of the materials that you received when you entered. I encourage each of you to read it. It is a remarkable document, and it is uniquely Auburn. I will focus the remainder of my comments on the four critical principles which I described earlier. And I'll also illustrate how the Auburn Creed spells out those principles as critical to leading a life of success. Trait one, never stop learning. Creed provides, I believe, an education which gives me the knowledge to work wisely and trains my mind and my hands to work skillfully. You have recognized the value of that education here at Auburn as evidenced by your graduation today. And even though I have practiced as an attorney for almost 40 years and attended law school at another university, I still consider the chemical engineering degree I obtained from Auburn to be the foundation of anything that I have accomplished. That degree taught me how to think critically. That degree taught me the value of hard work. But most of all, that degree taught me that graduation should only be the beginning of your education. Each of you should strive to learn every day and count the day of success only if it equips you to better face the challenges that you will face, and then to realize on the opportunities that the future holds. Many of you in this crowd probably remember Jackie Joyner Kersey. She was a three-time gold medalist in track and field, and also now is a renowned philanthropist in children's education. She stated it very well. I maintained my edge by always being a student. You always have something new to learn. The ability to learn continuously is even more important today. We live in a changing world. It changes more rapidly than any time since I've been alive, and the only way to succeed is adapt to that change. As noted by author and motivational speaker Jack Canfield, change is inevitable in life. You can either resist it and potentially get run over by it, or you can choose to cooperate with it, adapt, and learn how to benefit from it. Principle two, be honest and be accountable. Creed provides, I believe, in honesty and truthfulness, without which I cannot earn the respect and confidence of my fellow man. I cannot state to you today, who are in this floor in front of me, the significance of that statement of belief. Your credibility and your reputation is your most valuable currency. Nothing, not anything damages your reputation more than a belief by your coworkers, by your colleagues, and by your industry that you lack honesty, that your work is not credible, and that you cannot be trusted. You must commit that your word is your bond. And when you make that commitment, honor it. And if you make mistakes, and you will, acknowledge them and own up to them. The attorneys that I respect most in my firm are those attorneys, when they made mistakes, they came to me, they acknowledged it, they owned up to it, they learned from their failure, and they didn't repeat it again. I see daily the permanent loss of reputation and trustworthiness that occurs in my profession and in what soon will be yours, and the resulting collateral damage when commitments aren't kept and responsibility isn't acknowledged. Trait 3, do not fear failure. The creed provides, I believe, in a sound mind, a sound body, and a spirit that is not afraid. Although those first two qualities, sound mind and sound body, are also extremely important to your future success, I'm going to focus on that third, a spirit that is unafraid. Do not fear failure. If you feel failure, you condemn yourself to a life of limited opportunities. On a personal note, two of my most consequential decisions in my life were made because I viewed them as opportunities, and I chose not to fear failure, even though significant risk of failure existed. The first was when I accepted the offer with a law firm where I've practiced for the last 40 years. At that time, the firm had roughly 20 attorneys. I had offers from the largest law firms in Atlanta at that time who were in the hundreds of attorneys. The safe bet was for me to go to the large law firms. But I saw something different with a smaller firm. I saw a chance for opportunity. I saw entrepreneurial spirit. And despite the safe bet, I made the decision to go there. And even though we've had challenging times, including the bankruptcy in the 1980s of a client that represented 60% of our firm revenues. Our firm is now one of the nation's Am Law 200 firms, and I'm chairman of that firm, and I've never regretted that decision. The second decision was when, along with a colleague, I made the decision to start the environmental practice at our firm, and more importantly, we made the decision to focus that practice on the redevelopment of urban core sites that were impacted by environmental issues. This was a unique niche and something which was cutting edge at the time, and it had a significant risk of failure. No one knew how this area of the law would develop. No one knew where the demand would exist for this product. No one knew whether there's a market to buy and sell in this product. And no one knew if these products could be financed. However, since that decision, we have facilitated the redevelopment of thousands of these urban core underutilized properties across our country. They were eyesores. They were dangers to the community from an environmental standpoint, and they were havens for crime. Now, they are bustling centers of activity, creating countless jobs, serving the communities in which they exist, and having undergone substantial cleanup as part of those redevelopments. Tim Cook, when speaking of fear, and the determination not to fear failure, spoke here at the commencement address in 2010. He noted that almost every successful person that he knew had failed miserably in one endeavor or another before ultimately succeeded. He opined that failure had propelled them to persevere and to ultimately succeed. And I think he's correct. I don't know that anybody has said it better than Michael Jordan, appropriate for tonight. I have missed 9,000 shots in my career. I have lost 300 games. 26 times I have been trusted to make the winning shot, and I missed. I have failed over and over and over, and that is why I succeed. Trait 4, hard work. The final belief from the Auburn Creed that I will focus is actually the beginning of the Creed. It provides, I believe, that this is a practical world and that I can only count on what I earn. Therefore, I believe in work, hard work. In order to realize those opportunities that come your way, you must be prepared. And that preparation necessarily involves hard work. Spend every day preparing for those opportunities. Spend every day working hard and learning from your successes and failures. And spend every day going beyond what is expected of you. Colin Powell, retired four-star general and the first black Secretary of State in our country's history, noted, "There are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, it is the result of hard work, and it is the result of learning from failure." And if you commit yourself to those 4 traits, as so elegantly discussed in the Creed, never stop learning, be honest and accountable, never fear failure, and hard work, if you commit yourself to those principles as you exit the stage today, then you have established a firm foundation for a successful life. I've indicated that I'll only discuss 4 of these beliefs from the Creed today, but I do think it appropriate that I add one more. And that is the final statement of the Creed. It reads, "And because Auburn men and women believe in these things, I believe in Auburn, and therefore I love it." When I travel and the subject of Auburn comes up, I'm often asked, what is this Auburn family all about? Is it real? And I tell them it absolutely is, and it's what makes Auburn unique. You have the support of a remarkable alumni base and network as you leave this university. I happen to enjoy the privilege of being chair of Auburn's Engineering Council, and in that role, I see every day the support in the way of money, in the way of opportunities, and in the way of time that is provided to Auburn students and graduates by that Auburn network. Men like Mr. Charles Gavin, who will be honored later tonight. Almost all of you are leaving Auburn University, but Auburn will always be with you. And as you walk across this stage, you are now part of the Auburn family. Thank you. God bless, and congratulations.
Gerald, thank you for your very motivational and inspiring remarks. Before we recognize our students graduating with academic honors and begin our student procession, we have a special degree to present. Tonight, we are delighted to award Auburn University's 161st honorary degree, the Doctor of Science honoris causa, to one of Auburn's most distinguished alumni. An honorary degree is one of the highest honors bestowed upon an individual by Auburn University, and is our institution's way of recognizing a very few special individuals who have brought distinction to themselves, their communities, their profession, and our alma mater. Earlier this year, Auburn's Board of Trustees approved the awarding of an honorary degree to Mr. Charles Gavin III. As the former dean of the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering, I can't think of a more deserving individual who has represented his alma mater with such grace, tenacity, and genuine love of the Auburn family. A true pioneer in the textile industry, Charles has been at the forefront of engineering innovation, entrepreneurship, and societal impact, and philanthropy for over 6 decades. His contributions and impact are immense and far-reaching. Charles graduated from Auburn in 1959 with a degree in textile engineering and later earned an executive MBA from the University of North Carolina in 1977. He went on to found MFG Chemical, a company that revolutionized dyeing conventions in the carpet industry and grew to become a leading supplier of Fortune 500 company. His pioneering work in the use of acid dyes for carpets has set industry standards that prevents carpet colors from fading, showcasing his technical ingenuity and commitment to excellence. Charles' dedication to service is evident through his involvement in the American Association of Textile Chemists and Colorists, where he has been a member for over 60 years and served in prominent roles. Recognizing the need to cultivate the next generation of innovators, he helped the organization establish scholarships at Auburn and other universities, providing opportunities for students to achieve their highest educational dreams. Beyond his professional achievements, Charles and his family have devoted their lives to philanthropy, education, and the arts. Their generous support of Auburn University includes funding scholarships, fellowships, and facilities, such as the Gavin Engineering Research Laboratory and the Gavin Gardens. His support has significantly advanced the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering and fostered cutting-edge research that continues to attract top students. Among the many esteemed endowments in his name are the Charles E. Gavin III Distinguished Professor, held by Dr. Maria Wad, and the Charles E. Gavin III Chair, held by Dr. Bruce Tatterchuck, both of whom are proudly on this stage with us this evening. I ask that they both stand, please. Thank you. His contributions have been widely recognized, including his induction into the Alabama Engineering Hall of Fame and receipt of the Auburn Distinguished Engineering and Auburn University's Lifetime Achievement Awards. Through his visionary leadership and commitment to innovation, Charles Gavin exemplifies what it means to live the Auburn Creed and lead a selfless life of service. Now I ask Trustee Demaribus, a two-time graduate of the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering, to come forward and confer the honorary degree. Mr. Demaribus.
In recognition of his lifelong contributions to the fields of science and technology and his steadfast commitment to Auburn University, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me as a member of the Board of Trustees of Auburn University, I do now confer upon Mr. Charles E. Gavin the Honorary Doctor of Science, honoris causa, to which he is entitled, with all the rights, privileges, and obligations thereunto pertaining.
And I'm pleased to be able to be the first to say this. Congratulations, Dr. Gavin. It's now my pleasure to invite our Provost, Dr. Vinnie Nathan, to introduce our student marshals and our degree candidates. Provost Nathan.
Thank you, President Roberts. Good evening and War Eagle. Thank you. First, I would like to recognize those students graduating with honors based on their cumulative grade point averages. Students with a grade point average between 3.4 and 3.59 graduate cum laude, and I ask our cum laude degree candidates to please rise and be recognized. Please be seated. Students with a grade point average of 3.6 and 3.6, excuse me, to 3.79 graduate magna cum laude, and I ask our magna cum laude degree candidates to please rise and be recognized. Please be seated. Students with a grade point average of 3.8 and above graduate summa cum laude, and I ask our summa cum laude degree candidates to please stand and be recognized. Please be seated. Would all those who have earned a distinction within the Honors College please stand and be recognized? Please be seated. Auburn is home to several esteemed honor societies that recognize exceptional academic achievement, including Phi Beta Kappa, our nation's most prestigious academic honor society for graduates in the arts and sciences, and Phi Kappa Phi, our nation's oldest and most selective collegiate honor society for all academic disciplines. Would graduates who are members of Phi Beta Kappa and or Phi Kappa Phi, so either one or both, please stand and be recognized. Finally, I would like to recognize our military service members. Would all active duty and veteran service members in the audience, as well as our graduates who are being commissioned into our military services this weekend, please stand. Thank you for your service to our country. We now come to the conferral of our degrees. I invite the deans of our colleges to come forward and present their student marshals and the candidates from their colleges who have been approved by the faculty and recommended for the appropriate bachelor's degrees. The candidates for each college will stand when presented and then be seated. I would like to start with Dr. Paul Patterson, Dean of the College of Agriculture.
Would Rachel Robinson please stand? On behalf of the College of Agriculture, I am pleased to introduce our student marshal, Rachel Robinson from Auburn, Alabama. Rachel is graduating today with dual degrees, including a Bachelor of Science in Animal Sciences and a Bachelor of Arts in Music. Rachel has been a remarkable leader both within the college and across our campus. Her time at Auburn has showcased her compassion for others and her ability to form meaningful connections through various roles, including student ambassador for the Department of Music, peer mentor for the College of Agriculture, member of the Auburn University Marching Band, member of the Collegiate Horsemen's Association, and as an undergraduate research fellow. Her involvement in Auburn's music program led her to travel to Normandy, France earlier this year to perform in ceremonies honoring the 80th anniversary of D-Day. Following graduation, Rachel aspires to become a DVM candidate in Auburn's College of Veterinary Medicine beginning in fall 2025. Please join me in congratulating Rachel. Now, would all bachelor's degree candidates from the College of Agriculture please stand? Trustee Demaribus, President Roberts, and Provost Nathan, on behalf of the faculty in the College of Agriculture, it is my pleasure to present these students for the conferral of the bachelor's degree.
Please be seated. Professor Don Finley, Dean of the College of Architecture, Design, and Construction.
Thank you, Provost Nathan. Would Casey Lynn Bridgman please stand? Great to see you, Casey. On behalf of the College of Architecture, Design, and Construction, I'm pleased to introduce our student marshal, Casey Bridgman, from West Union, South Carolina. Casey is graduating today with a Bachelor of Science in Graphic Design. Growing up at the foot of the Blue Ridge Mountains, Casey discovered her love for drawing early on and came to Auburn to pursue her creative passions. During her time here, she has been an active member of numerous campus organizations, including the Auburn Student Chapter of the American Institute of Graphic Arts, the Circle Literacy and Visual Arts magazine, WEGL radio station, and the Tabletop Gaming Club. As Casey explores job opportunities, she aspires to become an art director at a notable studio or agency focusing on branding and packaging. Please join me in congratulating Casey. Now, would all bachelor's degree candidates from the College of Architecture, Design, and Construction please rise? You all look fantastic. Trustee Demaribus, President Roberts, and Provost Nathan, on behalf of the faculty in the College of Architecture, Design, and Construction, it is my pleasure to present these students for the conferral of the bachelor's degree.
Please be seated. Dr. Jeff Fairbrother, Dean of the College of Education.
Would Isaiah Van de Green please stand? On behalf of the College of Education, it is my pleasure to introduce our student marshal, Isaiah Van de Green. Today, Isaiah is graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Exercise Science and a minor in Psychology. Coming to Auburn from Huntsville, Isaiah has made the most of his time on campus by actively participating in various service organizations. His involvement with academic support, the campus kitchen, Lutheran Student Fellowship, Best Buddies, and the Red Cross has not only strengthened his leadership skills, but also reinforced his passion for service. These qualities will undoubtedly serve him well in his future career. Following graduation, Isaiah aspires to become a compassionate physical therapist who uses evidence-based practice to produce optimal treatment for patients. His dedication to service and commitment to excellence make him a standout graduate. Please join me in congratulating Isaiah. Now, would all bachelor's degree candidates from the College of Education please rise? Trustee Demaribus, President Roberts, and Provost Nathan, on behalf of the faculty in the College of Education, it is my pleasure to present these students for the conferral of the bachelor's degree.
Please be seated. Dr. Mario Eden, Dean of the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering.
Would Avery Pruitt please stand? On behalf of the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering, it is my pleasure to introduce our student marshal, Avery Pruitt. Originally from Vestavia, Alabama, Avery is graduating with a Bachelor of Civil Engineering. During her time at Auburn, Avery focused on water and wastewater studies and actively engaged in various campus organizations. She served as Vice President of the Auburn chapter of the Chi Epsilon Civil Engineering Honor Society for 2 years and participated in the International Buddy Program, the Society of Women Engineers, and the American Society of Civil Engineers. Avery's ultimate career goal is to become a professional engineer who dedicates half of her time to consulting and the other half to philanthropy, specifically improving water and wastewater facilities for underserved communities. After graduation, she will continue her education at Auburn in the Civil Engineering Master's Program under a Waltos Fellowship, where she plans to study wastewater infrastructure in Alabama's Black Belt region. Please join me in congratulating Avery. Now, would all bachelor's degree candidates from the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering please rise? Trustee Demaribus, President Roberts, and Provost Nathan, on behalf of the faculty in the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering, it is my pleasure to present these students for the conferral of the bachelor's degree.
Please be seated. Dr. Janaki Alavalapati, Dean of the College of Forestry, Wildlife, and Environment.
Thank you, Provost Nathan. Would Evelyn Pearson please stand? On behalf of the College of Forestry, Wildlife, and Environment, it is my pleasure to introduce our student marshal, Evelyn Pearson. Originally from Raymond, Alabama, Evie is graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Sustainable Biomaterials and Packaging and a minor in Asian Studies. An active student in several organizations, Evie was a student ambassador, member of the Sustainable Biomaterials and Packaging Society, Auburn Christian Fellowship, and College of Forestry, Wildlife, and Environmental Council. With the ultimate goal of having a career that is both meaningful and important, Evie plans to continue contributing to the sustainability efforts and advancing public knowledge by working in corporate sustainability. Please join me in congratulating Evie. Now, would all bachelor's degree candidates from the College of Forestry, Wildlife, and Environment please rise? Trustee Demaribus, President Roberts, and Provost Nathan, on behalf of the faculty in the College of Forestry, Wildlife, and Environment, it is my pleasure to present these students for the conferral of the bachelor's degree.
Please be seated. Dr. Greg Neuschwander, Dean of the College of Nursing.
Thank you, Provost Nathan. Would Keith Emery Matthews II please stand? On behalf of the College of Nursing, it's my pleasure to introduce our student marshal, Keith Matthews. A native of Montgomery, Keith earned his bachelor's and Master of Science degree in nursing from Auburn and has received his Doctor of Nursing Practice degree earlier today. Keith's passion for improving the lives of others is evident through his dedicated work with AIDS patients and his research on improving health outcomes for people living with HIV by addressing socioeconomic issues. Since 2007, he's held various roles at East Alabama Health and is currently a nurse practitioner at Unity Wellness Center, an AIDS service organization in Opelika. In this role, he continues to have significant impact on the lives of many in East Alabama as both a nurse practitioner and an Albert Schweitzer Fellow. Keith's career goals include teaching at the college level while continuing to serve as a nurse practitioner. Please join me in congratulating Keith. And now with the bachelor's degree candidates from the College of Nursing, please rise. Trustee Damaris, President Roberts, and Provost Nathan. On behalf of the College of Nursing faculty, it is my pleasure to present these students for the conferral of the bachelor's degree.
Please be seated. Dr. Edward Thomas, Dean of the College of Sciences and Mathematics.
Thank you, Provost Nathan. Would Caroline Locker please stand? On behalf of the College of Sciences and Mathematics, it is my pleasure to introduce our student marshal, Caroline Locker. Caroline, a native of Hoover, Alabama, has always been driven by a desire to contribute to the public good. This passion led her to become deeply involved at Auburn as an undergraduate research assistant for the Economic Geology and Geochemistry Lab in the Department of Geosciences, and she interned on the geology team at Yellowstone National Park. Additionally, Caroline was a dedicated 4-year member of the Auburn University Marching Band, served as president of the Auburn Geo Club, and represented the College of Sciences and Mathematics as a COSAM student ambassador. She was also a member of the Symphonic Winds, Tau Beta Sigma, and Sigma Gamma Epsilon. Looking ahead, Caroline plans to pursue a master's degree in geology starting this spring. Please join me in congratulating Caroline. Now, would all bachelor degree candidates from the College of Sciences and Mathematics please rise? Trustee Demaribus, President Roberts, and Provost Nathan, on behalf of the faculty in the College of Sciences and Mathematics, it is my pleasure to present these students for the conferral of the bachelor's degree.
Thank you. Would all candidates for bachelor's degree please stand? All candidates. Yes. By virtue of the authority vested in me as a member of the Board of Trustees of Auburn University, I do now confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree to which you are entitled, with all the rights, privileges, and obligations thereunto pertaining. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Graduates, you will now come forward to be introduced as Mr. Harbison calls your name, and you will then receive a copy of the Auburn Creed from your dean.
Graduates from the College of Agriculture. Rachel Lynn Giary Robinson. Allison Zabro. Abigail J. Tucker. Lily Oakley Hurd. Courtney Charnay Green Johnson. Gavin Christopher Weldon. Rebecca Aaron Bass. Lauren Annalise Heitch. Mariah Nicole Hitchcock. Lindsay Little. Bailey Suzanne Freeman. Jamison Kendall Clancy. James Crumpton Handy IV. William Paul Young. Joseph Luker Davidson. Logan Finkelstein. Matthew Dees. Megan Burke. Annalyn Hicks Buckner. Elizabeth White. Catherine Suzanne Nelson. William Riley Mueller. Kendall Stallnicker. Jackson Wesley Mulder. Aubrey Jackson Grace. William Richard Meadows. Kylie Hope Brewer. Emily Hayward Adler. Kaylin Claire McCoy. Jared Bryce Johnson. Johanna Esther Beverly Bendisano. Sarah Elizabeth Branch. Mary Ella Cawthon. Angela James Ruiz. Ansley Grace Kircher. Jonathan Blake Stanford. Stanley Calhoun Webb. Andrew William Burke. Blake Austin Neesmith. Justin Charles Bacon. Haley Brooke Warren. Rosemary Hallie Corey. Jessica Nicole Hutchings. Rodney Hobbs Jr. Maria Teresa Diagidio. Anya Francis O'Rourke. Harrison Smith. James Lawson Patterson III. Spencer Rubin. Leanne Pace Birch. Caitlin Elizabeth Faulkner. Gracie Anna Williams. Runfei Bao. Megan R. Hanley. Ella Dredden. Clayton Reese Lee. Seth Logan Womack. William Saxon Brett. Gabriel Thomas Silcox. Jada Janice Brown. Cassidy Elizabeth Maximo Priest. Jackson King. Lucas Spear. Caden Thomas Merrill. Rachel Merrill. Logan Michael McCollum. That concludes the College of Agriculture. We now ask Dean Finley to please come to the front of the stage as we recognize the graduates from the College of Architecture, Design, and Construction. Casey Lynn Bridgman. Alyssa Paige Jackson. Erica Shea Donley. Grace Marie Lovell. Susanna Lynn Wiggins. Carolina Elizabeth Phillips. Susan Grace Post. Veronica Ray Drake. Ashlyn Callie DeLucia. Jacqueline Page Crumpton. Avery Rains. Miranda Parrish Lowry. John Harwell Hamilton. Nathan Michael Hudson. Zachary Smith. Carolyn Elizabeth Brower. Hannah Elizabeth Duff. Alexis Aline Butler. Catherine Claire Torcola. Deborah Yesel Choi. Liz Soprano. Asia Miriam Lee. Ethan Nguyen. Ziji Zhong. Catalina Mosconi. Jordan Harmon. Robert Tyler Rivera. Brianna Hope Parmley. Brooke Elizabeth Wesselman. Tanner Price. Michael Tyler Underwood. Evan Lee Rogers. Judson Wynn Hill. Brennan David Walker. William Watley. Samuel Edward Alcama. John Bryce Kitchens. William Wesley Gooseman. Luke Bryant Bush. Matthew Keith Cortopassi. James Ning Portis. Xander Christian Bloom. Tony Curtis Edwards. Jackson Tyler Birchfield. Cole Howson. William Connor Cooper. John Paul Sims. Jeffrey Dalton Wood. Matthew Heibel. Tyler Byard. Jared Erskine Daly. Trevor James Wardell. Henry Barnett Wood IV. Brian Alexis Hernandez Canales. Michael Isaac Corbett III. Caitlin Nicole Airy. William C. Parker. Eric Gabriel Cantrell. Owen Michael Boren. Aaron Motter. Colin Jones. Nathan Meir. Carter Brandt Hartsock. Thatcher Cade Worthen. Max Lemons. David Sage Schneckenberger. Cameron Matthews. Justin T. Densmore. Jun Tao Fong. Adam Duckett. Rodrigo Alberto Ortega. Cooper Michael Heyman. Evan Andrew Petrick. Andrew Foley. Tatum Benefield. Hudson Daniel Kleiser. Christian Alexander Milstead. Jackson Pettis Rogers. Davis Jones. William Tomlin Springer. Anderson Mitchell. Rihanna Cooley. Olivia A. Flores. Catherine Rose Backlund. Adrian Blythe Bantug. Margot Ann Flores. That concludes the College of Architecture, Design, and Construction. We now ask Dean Fairbrother to please come to the stage as we recognize the graduates from the College of Education. Isaiah A. Vandegrind. Zach Harrigan. Joseph Riley Adair. Zachary Ross Namenuk. Christopher Paul Epperson. Macy Davin Ware. Don Rayburn Williams III. Heath Isom. Stephen M. DeVoe. Lauren Ann Holmes. Sydney Thibodeau. Kaylee Michelle Kofer. Caitlin Nicole Seymour. Neela Balavant Rai Patel. Lauren Ashley Hayes. Austin Ray Stillwell. Austin Lee Reed. Paul Miller. Bryce Robert Bernard. Emily Elise Nelson. Derek Evan Smith. Janai Simmons. Abigail Morgan Reagan. Caden Javon Armstead. Lindsay Stewart. Ashley Elizabeth Etheridge. Janiyah Quanshay Thomas. Macy Cockerham Bowles. Sophie Renee Lividay. Catherine Garrison. Peyton Lee Owens. Rachel M. Hall. Anna Catherine Jones. Logan Michael McCarthy. Hannah Lee Hall. Madison Elizabeth Roberts. Jeremy Wilson. George Eugene Chambly III. Lawson Whitlock Thomas. Catherine Anderson Evans. Grace Elizabeth Tortorisi. Jalen Mikhail Adelberg. Olivia Marie Stanwyck. Lauren N. Atkinson. Joshua Cage Phillips. Annie Alonzia Thomaseb. Caroline Currington. Samuel Yates. Isabel Grace Rodriguez. Catherine Ford Romsbacher. Ann Martin Richardson. Catherine Elizabeth Mildrum. Tanaya Diane McDonald. David Lane. Jonathan Irizarry. Arthur Dumont. Y.G. Hong. Cody Michael Leatherman. Hannah Jean Broody. Mary Wyndham May. Abigail Bird. Avery Powell. Abigail Pace. Harley Abigail Moss. Anna Rebecca Posey. Lauren Bailey. Mia Olivia Barberini. Catherine Elizabeth Carver. Margaret Floyd. Chandler Michael Ogles. Lainey Tate Poole. Jonathan James Klutz. Bryn Dawson. Hannah Alexandria Harrell. Grace Shirley. Savannah Rogers. Claudia Loren DeFino. Hannah Pake. Caitlin Smith. Anna Louise Thompson. Claire Elise Wigginton. Ariel Faye Hamby. Jenny McBride Engel. Lauren Valencia. Brian Allen Fields II. Benjamin Lofton Rogers. Carson Elizabeth Marie Kalachak. Vanessa Ines Lopez. Cameron Lynn Mitchell. Jacob Louis Sims. Benjamin Michael Blair. Kingston Lampley Jr. Thomas Matthew Whittinghill. Robin Faith Tomlin. Lily Richardson. John Dodd Beck. Alex Logan Heitch. Gavin R. Lyle. Elena Corinne Keller. Hope Elise Brown. Samuel W. Gant. That concludes the College of Education. We now ask Dean Eden to please come to the front of the stage to recognize the graduates from the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering. Avery Carson Pruitt. Holden Zane Hargett. Alyssa Kate Balin. Michelle Catherine Galileo Villega. Madison Cornwell Shaw. Amelia Merritt Trueb. Lauren Elizabeth Brunetto. Dawson Clendenning. Braden Trent Bergeson. Alex Edward Washburn. Camden Faith DeSimone. Braxton James Dyer. George Wills Crook III. William Jurgens. Blair Ashley Grant. Caitlin Michelle Dempsey. Matthew William Baker. William Blake Anderson. Kyle Allen Ackerman. Chase Orion Tuggle. Roe McMahon. Tyler Exie Giot. Joseph Michael Smith. Tingji Arisi. Bradley Abbott Meach. Cora Ann Price. William Chase Simpson. Emma Grace Elizabeth Teal. Zachary Stephen Lippold. Alva Merle Jones III. Kevin Alexander Brown. Emmanuel Garcia Carrera. Danielle Grace Goodwin. Caitlin Reagan Spivey. Joseph William Welsh IV. Amber Elizabeth Miranda. Haley Ann Bend. Colton Brooks Autry. Sarah Bossart. Cooper Gray. Kurt Austin David Knudsen. Spencer Hurst. Carson Reams. Calvin Michael Belanowski. Talon Cole Mason. Ryan Sunghua Su. Ashley Christine Porter. Grady Thomas. Bezawit Tamaru. Carson John Zimmerer. Jillian K. Trahan. Sophia Lane Dorr. James Clifton Custard. Preston Nash Key. Jameer Kevon Woods. Ashlyn Krupp. Trooper Christian Murphy. Michael Green. Christian Michael Brown. Connor Cadenin. Abdullah Saad Muhammad Al-Shiri. Xavier Ray Hambrick. Frederick Kazanave. Cal Crosby. Nathan Wayne Nichols. Dohan Om. Cheng Liu. Brooke Nicole Kirkham. Alden Gerald Snyder. Thomas Charles Shack. Ajit Sahith. Michael Grant Poole. William Michael Baker. Isaac Cameron Derryberry. Michael Gary Finley. Callie Marie Stevenson. Campbell Brown. Jacob Tyler Atkins. Ethan McKinley Hughes. Mohab Yusuf. Wesley W. Lohman. Robert D. Brundage Moore. Logan Matthew Killian. George Rosser Panay. Jaden Schaefer. Benjamin Samuel Davies. Nathan Reed Wiley. Joshua Angelo Gyung. Clifton John Lang. William Brett Segrest Jr. Peyton Tyler Woodyard. Edwin Russell Cannell IV. Andrew Rich Harrison. Chasen Brady Sanders. Matthew Simmons. Noah Harold Jones. Connor Chung. Thomas Zachary Lander. Garrett Michael Scott. Jacob Simmons. Olivia Rose Sparks. So-Won Lim. Clayton Kingsley Chichioke Onwere. Min So Kim. Jonathan Kerr Denham. Jillian Glass. Jake Fuller. Graham Kaplowitz. Jacob Andrew Cobb. James Lucas Clifford. Charles Huntington Kaiser Stone. Joseph Ethan Sugg. Caleb Skelton. Michael Doyle. Everett Cooper. Aldair Carrillo. Aiden Robert Kaiser. Joshua Kim. Jacob Michael Simmons. Jonathan Ham. John Durham Wiseman Jr. Alex Peter Alford. Thaxton Brock Jones. Zachary Nathaniel Brown. Coleman Gregorius. Evan Reese Long. Keaton Scott Ripkema. Morgan Lee Grant. Zachary David Hayes. Andrew Thomas Gray. Dylan Randall Koger. Dayton DeLeon Malone. Shane Robert Rivera. Neha Swami. Alyssa Marie Verhoff. Zachary Langer. Tyler David Morris. Brett Christopher Buckner. Cole Hogan. Charles Harper Rett. Jason Brodzik. Carson Sean McLean. Sham Patel. Trey Brandon Latta. Strickland White. Brooklyn Faith Stooksbury. William Jesse Pogue. Thomas Edward Root. Terrence Kevon Mickles. Parker D. Vines. Jaeyong Wu. Curtis David D'Amico. Scott Graham Schulhofer. Andrew Wesley Smith. Donald Wakefield Thurmond. Rusong Lee. Daniel Ospina. Jared Kennington. Andrew Houston Goodwin. Frank Addison Cornelius. Justin James Wallander. Christian Carpenter. Logan Cagle. Madeline Francis Kirk. Richard Peter Stahl. Scott Eric Larson. Zachary Ryan Beal. Hunjin Choi. Jordan Doucette. Samuel O'Million. John Yun Jung. Ava Maria Lilia Bolin. William Michael Petrus. Michael Taylor. William Lee Stratton III. Luis Manuel Postigo. Nicholas A. Stevenson. Trenton Lee Watson. Hunter L. Owenby. Christopher Patrick Heinisch. Li Hu Zhu. Chase Curtis Jones. Adam Perkins. Michael Ritchie. Min Min Fong. Yifan Zhu. Sin Wong. Rongfeng Jin. Xing Tai Lu. That concludes the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering. We now ask Dean Olavalapati to come to the front of the stage as we recognize the graduates from the College of Forestry, Wildlife, and Environment. Evelyn Rose Pearson. Megan Alyssa Starling. Allison K. Johnson. Jaden Colley. Tolbert Kirby Kilgore. Noah Michael Woods. Saxon York Klinner. Victoria Brooke Heddich. Emily Elaine Howard. Luke Austin Boyce. Brett Randolph. Nicholas Joseph Pilla. Andrew Jackson Porter. Jacqueline Parker. John Michael L.C. Norris. Leah Messman. Emily Ann Legg. Jackson Bryce Bailey. Noah Michael Griffin. Noah William Ross Deutscher. Noah Jackson Grant Spiker. Annabelle Dawson. Garrett Victor Garr. Britt A. Rail. James Walter Ethan Chambers. John Collier Bonner. That concludes the College of Forestry, Wildlife, and Environment. We now ask Dean Neuschwander to please come to the front of the stage as we recognize the graduates from the College of Nursing. Jordan Alley Stewart. Jacob Beck Daniel. Caroline Elizabeth White. Abby Summerlin. Taylor Schubert. Bailey Nicole Brannon. That concludes the College of Nursing. We now ask Dean Thomas to please come to the front of the stage to recognize the graduates from the College of Sciences and Mathematics. Anna Caroline Locker. Ashton Ryan Towery. Haley Lemaster. Carly M. Murbach. Annette Jimena Mendoza Marino. Asher James Staubach. Caitlin Grace Dendy. Sophia Marie Freeman. Kiera Charisse Gibbons. Clayton Osgood Smith. Addison Marie Wilson. Taylor M. Gohagan. Carson Nicole Hawkins. Emily Young. Christopher Andreas Valdez. Mia Eileen Jensen. Carly Ann Thatcher. Samantha Rose Brown. JC Silhan. Madeline Moore. Sarah Lucille Comer. Abigail Callahan Amos. Ashley Nicole Buckheit. Bennett Henry Jetminson. Zoe Taranchian. Lauren Nicole Glass. Laurel Avery Bacon. Erin Lynn Oots. Samuel Ethan Eford. Carson Hopkins. Virginia Elizabeth Hodge. Zalea Therese Haynes. Peyton Francis Hurst. Sarah Grace Morgan. Emma Kate Leggett. Callie Ann Todd. Hannah Jane Wurzbach. Elizabeth Rose Bradbury. Emma Sanders. Lauren Elizabeth Schonk. Stephen Tice Wood. Leanna Scott Robinson. Emily Ashley Rodriguez. Ivy Khalil Jackson. Sierra Nicole Stevens. Michael Chen. Jack Franklin Stevens. Taylor Madden Bain. Mariah Faith Wilder. Garrett Chambers. Aaron Robert Stewart Gittens. Wesley Warner Trent. Sarah Ann Bark. Rebecca Faith Meyer. Victoria Rose Busick. Molly Lauren Klieger. Emily Elizabeth Daler. Liliana Frances Chambliss. Reese Elizabeth Wallace. Megan Rose Fitzgerald. Tasfin Tala. Grant Martin Press. Kaylee Ward. Brianna Nicole Gray. Lindsay Brooke Mayo. Sarah Elizabeth Klepek. Ashley Browder. Ian Andrew Smith. Wyatt Miracle. McCall Elaine Rader. Sydney Brown. Grace Delaney Britt. Bryn Christine Chambliss. Macy Kelly Rogers. Andrew Connor Nathaniel Williams. Lauren Elizabeth Kirkendall. Kennedy Elise Hicks. Elise Ayun Roca. Matthew Allen Hill. Cheney Johnson. Janai Avon Broom. That concludes the College of Sciences and Mathematics.
Let's congratulate all of our graduates one more time. At this time, I'd like to ask Mr. Jeff Moore, President of the Auburn Alumni Association, to offer our graduates an official welcome. Mr. Moore.
War Eagle! All right. Thank you, President Roberts. So congratulations. Now that you've fulfilled the academic requirements to earn your degree from Auburn University, you join an esteemed alumni network bound by principles of hard work, honesty, and truthfulness, and a spirit that is not afraid. During your journey at Auburn, our devoted faculty and staff have sought to prepare you for future challenges by fostering innovative learning, strengthening your resilience, and nurturing your personal and professional growth. You're now poised to take on the world. Your hard work thus far is merely a prelude to greater achievements. While your education at Auburn is a springboard for your future success, the meaningful connections you've made here will continue to flourish as life takes you in different directions. Auburn University alumni have used their degrees to serve others, better their communities, succeed in ways they may never have imagined on the day they wore their cap and gown. I have no doubt each of you will follow in these footsteps. As you go forth, remember that Auburn will always connect you to each other. Whether you stay in the loveliest village or move across the world, there are plenty of ways to stay connected to the Auburn family. As president of the Auburn Alumni Association, I'm honored to officially welcome you as Auburn alumni. I'm so proud to share this special day with you. May you always believe in Auburn and love it. Once again, congratulations, and War Eagle!
Congratulations to all the graduates whose degrees were conferred this evening. And graduates, I'd like to thank you for choosing Auburn University. It's been our pleasure to serve you as educators and mentors, and frankly, as your friends. May you experience a truly successful life. You may now turn your tassels to the left. We will conclude our ceremony with the singing of our alma mater, led again by our graduates, Hope Brown, Samuel Gant, Elena Keller, and Gavin Lyle. Please stand and remain standing until the platform party has recessed from the stage. Would everyone please rise?
The rolling plains of Dixie 'neath the sun-kissed sky, proudly stands our alma mater, banners high. To thy name we'll sing thy praise from hearts that love so true, and pledge to thee our loyalty, the us fame, and hold in memory as we do now thy cherished name.
Thank you for joining us, and congratulations to our graduates. We ask that all graduates exit the arena floor, and guests make your way to the main exits. Please join your graduates at the meetup tent located in the arena parking lot.